I'm here in Seattle this week. I'm going to be traveling a lot over the next 3 months. I wanted to talk about some of my favorite travel tips. These are things that I've learned the hard way in a lot of cases, and a lot of times I still get them wrong. If you're traveling more than 5 or 6 times a year, I want to share some of the lessons I've learned with you, because 5 or 6 times a year is not a tremendous amount of travel, but it's enough that knowing what you're doing is going to save you a lot of headaches and a lot of hassle. I've been traveling for 15 years at some capacity. I'm going to dive right in. TSA Pre, worth it. It's 85 bucks, you get a background check, you walk up to the line, they let you right on through. There is always a line. Even at small airports like Birmingham, there always seems to be a line at the standard security check. You gotta take your shoes off, you gotta take your belt off, you gotta open up your laptop bag, you gotta take everything out, put it in separate containers, put your right foot in, you put your left foot out, you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around, and then maybe you get to go through security. And I applaud the TSA, they're just trying to do their job. But TSA Pre, I walk up, I say hello, I hand him my pass, he scans it, he smiles, I walk through the line. Flight clothes. That includes shoes, shorts, and a t-shirt is my preferred travel gear. It's not the most professional. Sometimes I don't have that option. Here's the deal though, planes are hot. Planes are hot. I don't know why. I don't know if the air conditioner doesn't work that well when they're sitting on the tarmac. I don't know if the sun's just bearing down on them. It's worse in the winter. They've got the heat blared up. Try to keep myself as cool as possible. I change my shoes before I fly. A lot of this has to do with the fact that I'm wearing good shoes and I don't want to get them all scuffed up. Bring a jacket. I know I just said planes are hot, and now I'm telling you to bring a jacket. Here's why. I always bring a jacket when I travel. Here's the deal with a jacket. It is like the utility knife of clothes. It can serve as a pillow, keep you warm, face or your hands on if you get wet, a cover in front of a window. It can be a blanket. You can use a jacket for a ton of things, not just wearing it as a jacket. And also do that, imagine that. Bring a jacket. I personally travel with a carry-on and a backpack or a laptop bag. I don't check luggage if I can help it. When you check luggage, you have to wait in line at the counter. I don't care if you're using a kiosk or not, there's gonna be a long line. It's gonna cost you time. I just don't feel the need to do it. I would highly recommend get a good trolley bag. Get something, and the trolley bag is the ones with 4 wheels. So 4-wheel trolley bag that can roll standing upright, and a laptop bag or a backpack that can slide onto the handle of the trolley bag. And I mean, get a good one. Going cheap on luggage, bad idea in my opinion. Noise canceling headphones for me, if there's a crying baby on the plane, the noise of the plane itself, if you're in a hotel room and there are noisy neighbors, sometimes just to get away from the outside sounds of the world. I love my noise canceling headphones. I've got a couple of different pairs. I got a cheap $20 pair on Amazon. I'll link them in the description below, and they work well. They're not amazing, but they work really well. Then I got a pair of Bose that do a great job, and those are the ones that I primarily travel with. Jury might be out on this one. This might just be my tech snobbery. By the way, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Michael J. Long. I'm a lifelong learner and problem solver from Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm on a 13-week challenge to spread wisdom and joy. So I'm posting videos every Tuesday morning on LinkedIn and YouTube. It's the same video in both locations, but I wanted to put it there because some people watch YouTube, some people go to LinkedIn, and other people don't do any of those things. But if you don't do that, then you're probably not watching this. Make friends. Smile. Say hello. If you're gonna ride right next to somebody, if you're in the lobby of the hotel, you might be the only person that smiles at that person all day long. Smile. Say hello. That doesn't mean you have to strike up a full-blown conversation for the entire plane ride or anything else. Smiling at someone, saying hello, common human decency, telling people things that they already know. Sometimes it's just nice to have a reminder. It is worth so much to some people just to have someone look them in the eye, smile at them, and say, good morning, be nice to people. Speaking of being nice to people, if your plane gets delayed, or your hotel room isn't quite right, or the world turns on its axis not quite so perfectly to suit you, it is not the person standing behind the counter, it's not their fault. It's not his or her fault. They didn't break the plane. They didn't mess up the hotel room. Even if it is their fault, they didn't do it on purpose. They don't have a vengeance out to get you. And this is the person that's going to help you resolve this situation. They are the person that has the power to get you in the exit row, or get you the first class upgrade, or get you the better room in the hotel that's closer to the ground floor or higher up where you can get a better view. Be nice to the people who are helping you. This next one is something that I am just terrible at. Eat healthy first. I have a very bad habit of going on a trip and then it's like I completely forget that my body needs vegetables and water. Recently, I've made a habit of eating healthy first when I'm on a trip, and then having the enjoyable stuff, the burger or the steak or a beer or whatever it is later, and everything works so much better for me when I do. I feel better, I don't have headaches, my mind is clearer. Eat healthy first, your body will thank you for it. There's this human animal that, you know, we have to ride around on. Makes a lot of sense to take care of that human animal, especially when you're out on the road. The sun's getting real low, big fella. Speaking of eating healthy, you're on the road, you don't have your pantry at home, your Little Debbie cakes aren't there, your peanuts or your fruit in the fridge is not there. When I am traveling, it is worth so much to grab snacks when I can. They may be overpriced in the airport. It is worth it to get a bottle of water and a pack of crackers or a granola bar or a banana. To have something basic like that with you, I at least try to have 2 snacks with me at all the time. Water and snacks with you. This next one is very unpopular with me also. Plan to do a little work on the plane. When I'm on a plane, and this is for plane rides that are 2 hours plus, if it's an hour and a half hopscotch flight, the plane's probably too small to actually fit a laptop in between you and the seat in front of you. I mean, planes are too small. There, I said it. But if you're on a plane for more than 2 hours, it's probably gonna be a big enough plane for you to have a little room to do some work. I promise you, you will feel better if you do. I always feel better when I get some work done on the plane. It happened this trip. I took the laptop out. I got a tremendous amount done. Had my noise canceling headphones in, sat down, got emails done, got some documents read, got some PowerPoints updated, got some things done on the plane. And I didn't have to do them when I got here to the hotel or the next day when I had my schedule full of meetings. My schedule when I'm traveling, if I cram it full, if I'm on a emergency circuit to get from one place to the next, it usually does not work out well. I really like to have some buffer time in between getting to the airport, getting from the airport, getting to the meeting, getting the meeting started. Whatever I'm there to do, I traveled across the country or some lengthy way to have this human interaction. That's why you travel. You can get on a go-to meeting or a WebEx to do a meeting. You travel so that you can meet face to face or get something done in person that you can't do digitally. I like to build in a little bit of extra time to be a little bit extra prepared. It makes the day, it makes the trip go so much better. Plan for everything. Plan for sleep. Plan for eating. Know the address that you're going to. Know who you're meeting with. Have phone numbers. Have backup cell phone numbers if you can. Have the directions in hand. Know what hotels everybody's at. Know everything you can about the trip, because something is going to come up. Every trip. I've been doing this a while. Every trip I go on, something comes up. There's some issue I have to deal with, and there's even one meeting or one event, and there always is at least one. There's something that I have to deal with before we can have a successful event. And the last one I'll talk about here, and I don't know how many this is, I haven't kept count of any of it. Use the points programs. Use the loyalty programs. Stick with a brand if you can. Get the points. Even if it's just a little bit, you'll be amazed at how quickly that stuff adds up. And use the apps. They're not perfect. They don't work perfectly every time, but for the most part, the apps save me a tremendous amount of time. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. They give you extra perks, even if you're at the base level a lot of times. Not a lot of comedy in this one, not a lot of lightheartedness. I hope this was helpful to you guys. By the way, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, leave a comment below telling me what your basic travel tips are, what your best travel tips are, what are the lessons you've learned over the years of traveling. There are a lot of people who are more experienced at traveling than I am, and I may be dead wrong about some of this. This is just my own opinion. So would love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching.